Good evening. This is All India Radio, and I am Sanjay Mattu with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses UN General Assembly in New York, says world must unite against terror for sake of humanity. Prime Minister Modi calls for collective responsibility and multilateralism, says peace and harmony is need of the hour. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman asks government departments to expedite pending payments to various agencies to boost capital expenditure. In assembly by-elections, BJP retains Hamirpur seat in Uttar Pradesh and Badharghat in Tripura, LDF bags Pala in Kerala, and Congress wins Dantewada in Chhattisgarh. Heavy rain continues to lash Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. And in badminton, Kashyap seals men's singles semi-final spot in Korea Open tournament. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called upon world leaders to unite against terrorism for the sake of humanity. Addressing the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York a short while ago, he said that terrorism is one of the greatest challenges for humanity and the world should unite against it.
हम मानते हैं कि ये किसी एक देश की नहीं बल्कि पूरी दुनिया की और मानवता की सबसे बड़ी चुनौतियों में से एक है। आतंक के नाम पर बटी हुई दुनिया उन सिद्धांतों को ठेस पहुंचाती है जिनके आधार पर यूएन का जन्म हुआ और इसलिए मानवता की खातिर आतंक के खिलाफ पूरे विश्व का एकमत होना, एकजुट होना मैं अनिवार्य समझता हूं।
Mr. Modi said the world is divided on terrorism, and that hurts the basic reason for the formation of the United Nations, which was to end all forms of terrorism. He said peace and harmony is the need of the hour as he invoked the words of Swami Vivekananda in Chicago, where he urged the global community to avoid dissensions.
यूएन पीस कीपिंग मिशंस में सबसे बड़ा बलिदान अगर किसी देश ने दिया है तो वो देश भारत है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं जिसने दुनिया को युद्ध नहीं बुद्ध दिए हैं, शांति का संदेश दिया है और इसलिए हमारी आवाज में आतंक के खिलाफ दुनिया को सतर्क करने की गंभीरता भी है और आक्रोश भी।
The Prime Minister said multilateralism and collective responsibility should be the road ahead.
21वीं सदी की आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी समाज जीवन, निजी जीवन, अर्थव्यवस्था, सुरक्षा, कनेक्टिविटी और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संबंधों में सामूहिक परिवर्तन ला रही है। इन परिस्थितियों में एक बिखरी हुई दुनिया किसी के हित में नहीं है। इस नए दौर में हमें मल्टीलेटरलिज्म और संयुक्त राष्ट्र को नई शक्ति, नई दिशा देनी ही होगी।
Mr. Modi said India's motto of Jan Bhagidari to Jan Kalyan has now encompassed Jan Kalyan to Jag Kalyan.
हमारा प्राण तत्व है कि जन भागीदारी से जन कल्याण और ये जन कल्याण भी सिर्फ भारत के लिए नहीं, जग कल्याण के लिए हो। जन कल्याण से जग कल्याण और तभी तो हमारी प्रेरणा है सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास।
During his 18-minute address, marked by applause, the Prime Minister said, though India's role in global warming is very minimal, its role in its reduction is massive.
अगर इतिहास और पर कैपिटा एमिशन के नजरिए से देखें तो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग में भारत का योगदान बहुत ही कम रहा है, लेकिन इसके समाधान के लिए कदम उठाने वालों में भारत एक अग्रणी देश है। भारत ने कोएलिशन फॉर डिजास्टर रेजिलिएंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाने की पहल की है। दुनिया के देशों को इससे जोड़ने के लिए मैं निमंत्रण देता हूं।
Now we go across to our correspondent Saubhagya covering the Prime Minister's US visit. Saubhagya, what were the key messages from the Prime Minister in his address to the United Nations General Assembly?
Yes, Sanjay. Terrorism has been the key focus of Prime Minister's speech. Even during his bilateral meetings with world leaders, during his address in different forums, Prime Minister highlighted the point, menace of terrorism and how it is detrimental in the progress of nation. Even US President Donald Trump said Mr. Modi will be able to solve the problem of radical terrorism. And even without mentioning any name at Howdy Modi event, you remember in Houston, he said the entire world is aware about the source of terror. He told them 9/11 attacks in USA and 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Who are the people behind it? Sanjay?
Apart from terrorism, what was the Prime Minister's major thrust during his visit to the US?
Yes, Sanjay. Apart from terrorism, PM's major thrust was he emphatically said time for talk is over on the climate issue. He spoke about India's climate change action plan. He highlighted government's major achievement, domestic achievement in international forums. He said that providing clean cooking gas connections to millions of families. He also spoke about Jal Jeevan Mission for water resource development, water conservation and rainwater harvesting. Importance accorded to Prime Minister can be gauged from the fact that Donald Trump also dropped in when PM spoke about the climate change in the UNGA. And he also announced a global coalition for disaster resilient infrastructure at UN Climate Action Summit.
Thank you, Saubhagya, for that update. The United States has asked Pakistan to prosecute terrorists like Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar. Speaking at a special briefing during the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York today, U.S. Acting Assistant Secretary for South and Central Asia Alice Wells said the reduction of Indo-Pak tensions would depend on Islamabad's seriousness in taking action against those who engage in cross-border infiltration. When asked about President Donald Trump's offer to mediate on the Kashmir issue, Ms. Wells said Prime Minister Modi has already made it clear that he was not seeking mediation. She said the United States would like to see conditions where India and Pakistan can have a constructive conversation that leads to an improvement of relations. But Pakistan has to take steps against terrorism, including prosecution of UN-designated terrorists like Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
आज हम मिलेंगे इस गांव की पहली लड़की से जिसने मेडिकल एग्जाम क्लियर करके अपने परिवार का ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे गांव का नाम रोशन किया है। बधाई हो सपना।
थैंक यू।
तैयारी तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन आपने ऐसी क्या खास तैयारी की?
खास तैयारी तो बाबा ने की।
बाबा ने?
4 साल पहले बाबा ने घर पे इज्जत घर बनवाया, तब से बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ा और मैं स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित रह पाई और चैन से पढ़ाई कर पाई। इसी से मेरी तैयारी की शुरुआत हुई।
इज्जत घर के इस्तेमाल से सपना की तरह कई और जिंदगियां बदल रही हैं। इसलिए इज्जत घर का इस्तेमाल करते रहिए, हर कोई, हर रोज, हमेशा।
पेयजल एवं स्वच्छता विभाग, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Welcome back. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today asked all ministries to give detailed capital expenditure plans for the next 4 quarters as the government looks to boost growth with a spending push. Briefing the media after holding a meeting with secretaries and financial advisors of key ministries in New Delhi, Ms. Sitharaman said the idea is to ensure there are no dues pending for service providers. She said the ministries have cleared most of the dues of goods and services suppliers, mostly micro, small and medium enterprises, and the remaining payments will be done in the next few days.
The idea here is to ensure that there are no outstanding dues for services received or goods supplied to different ministries. My intention is to have government departments clear all the pending payments to whoever it should go. So no overdue payments should be with any of the ministries.
The finance minister stressed that even the little pending payments should be cleared quickly. She added that the government's capital expenditure is on track and budget estimates would be met. The Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT, has compulsorily retired 15 senior officers in the rank of Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, Commissioner of Income Tax, Joint Commissioner of Income Tax and others. Sources said they have been compulsorily retired on charges of corruption and CBI traps. The action is in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day speech this year. Addressing the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort, the Prime Minister had said that some black sheep in the tax administration may have misused their powers and harassed taxpayers. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the centre is committed to ensuring the country's coastal and maritime security. Speaking at the 66th birthday celebrations of Mata Amritanandmayi Devi in Kollam in Kerala today, he said that India will not let anyone who bothers it rest in peace. He was referring to the Air Force strike in Balakot in response to the Pulwama attack. He further said that striking back soon against an attack shows the confidence of the Indian Armed Forces. This is All India Radio giving you the news.
मम्मी, मैं तैयार हूँ बाजार जाने के लिए। आपने कपड़े का थैला रख लिया है ना? प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
इस 2 अक्टूबर को हम भारत को सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक, क्या इससे देश को मुक्ति दिला सकते हैं? मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें। आप अपने घर से कपड़े का थैला लेकर के आइए। जूट के थैले हो, कपड़े के थैले हो, मेरे किसान को मदद करेगा। गरीब विधवा माँ जो सिलाई करती होगी उसको मदद करेगा। यानी हमारा एक छोटा सा निर्णय भी सामान्य मानवी के जीवन में किस प्रकार से बदलाव ला सकता है, हम उस दिशा में काम करें।
क्या आपने रखा है अपने साथ कपड़े का थैला?
In the recently concluded assembly by-polls, the BJP has retained the Hamirpur assembly seat in Uttar Pradesh. Its candidate Yuvraj Singh defeated his nearest rival Manoj Prajapati of the Samajwadi Party by 17,771 votes. In Tripura, the BJP won the Badharghat assembly seat in the by-election. BJP candidate Mimi Majumdar defeated her nearest rival and CPIM candidate Bulti Bishwas by a margin of 5,269 votes. In Chhattisgarh, Devti Karma of the Congress has won the Dantewada assembly seat, defeating her nearest rival Ojasvi Mandavi of the BJP by a margin of 11,192 votes. The Left Democratic Front won the Pala assembly by-poll in Kerala, clinching the seat from its UDF rival after 54 years. LDF candidate Mani C. Kappan won with a margin of 2,943 votes against the UDF candidate Jose Tom. Heavy rain continues to lash Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Uttar Pradesh is already witnessing unprecedented rain since the last 3 days, which has claimed at least 44 lives till today. A report from our correspondent.
Most deaths occurred due to lightning and wall collapse. Many parts of the state are getting continuous rain from last few days, affecting normal life. Met Department has issued warning of heavy rain in 18 districts including Varanasi, Prayagraj, Gorakhpur, Balia and Gazipur. In the wake of alert and due to heavy rain in most districts, schools will be closed tomorrow also. State Relief Commissioner G.S. Priyadarshi instructed all district officials to keep extra vigil and be prepared for any eventuality. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Bihar, the Met Department has forecast heavy torrential rains in the next 48 hours and issued a red alert. More from our correspondent.
Muzaffarpur district administration has ordered closure of all schools till Monday, while schools in Darbhanga, Shekhpura and Purnia will be closed tomorrow. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar held review meeting in view of heavy rain forecast. Mr. Kumar instructed officials of Disaster Management Department to keep vigil to meet any eventuality. The Chief Minister has instructed to shift those people who are living in villages near Piprasi embankment in West Champaran. Meanwhile, water level of Ganga, Bagmati, Buri Gandak and Kamla Balan is flowing above danger mark. With KK Lal's report, Divakar, AIR News.
Indian shuttler Parupalli Kashyap progressed to the men's singles semi-finals of the Korea Open Badminton tournament with a straight game win over former world number 2 Denmark's Jan O. Jorgensen in the quarterfinal today. The 2014 Commonwealth Games gold medalist will now face world number 1 and 2-time world champion Kento Momota of Japan tomorrow. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses UN General Assembly in New York, says world must unite against terror for sake of humanity. Prime Minister Modi calls for collective responsibility and multilateralism, says peace and harmony is need of the hour. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman asks government departments to expedite pending payments to various agencies to boost capital expenditure. In assembly by-elections, BJP retains Hamirpur seat in Uttar Pradesh and Badharghat in Tripura, LDF bags Pala in Kerala and Congress wins Dantewada in Chhattisgarh. Heavy rain continues to lash Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, and in badminton, P. Kashyap seals men's singles semi-final spot in Korea Open tournament. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.